Welcome to Bath by Bear. Today we are making oat milk and honey soap. I will start by making the oat milk. This is made by using water and oats. To figure out the amount of oat milk I will need, I will use a 50-50 ratio of water to lye and turn the rest into oat milk. The oat milk I will be using is a 1-to-4 ratio of oats to water. After subtracting the lye weight from the total water weight, I get 3.94 ounces of water to be made into oat milk. Dividing 3.94 into 4 groups will give me the amount of oats I need, which is 0.9 ounces. Now I will just blend until smooth. I will now be measuring out the rest of my water weight, which is 3.68 ounces or equivalent amount to the lye. I will be using about roughly half of my water weight in ice cubes to help cool it off and cut down on fumes. This Castile recipe calls for 3.86 ounces of lye. I will now very carefully be pouring my lye into my ice water and stirring immediately as to stop a crust from forming at the bottom. Since this is a Castile soap or 100% olive oil soap, I will be using 30 ounces of olive oil. Olive oil is used in almost all cold processed soap recipes. This is because it gives a gentle creamy lather, and when used at 100%, it is very good for sensitive skin. Since Castile soaps are known for being soft, I add salt to help harden the bar. Salt is used at a rate of 1/2 teaspoon per pound of oils, so I will be using 3/4 teaspoon in my recipe. I will now be adding the honey to my oat milk. Honey is used at a rate of 1 teaspoon per pound of soap. This recipe creates roughly 2.5 pounds of soap, so I will be using 2.5 teaspoons of honey. Using my mini mixer, I will incorporate the salt and honey and any oats that might have separated from the water. Your oils and lye should be within 20 degrees of each other, and I prefer to soap underneath 100 degrees, preferably around 80. Now that both my oil and lye are within 20 degrees of each other, I will be pouring my lye down my stick blender to help reduce splashing. I will blend my lye and oils until light trace. After light trace has been reached, I will add in my oat milk honey mixture. Now that light trace has been reached, I will be adding in my oat milk honey mixture. I will now stick blend for quite a while to make sure all that oat milk is incorporated and to make it a thicker trace so that I can unmold it faster. To keep this soap friendly for people with sensitive skin, I decided to leave out all fragrance or essential oils, although the oats did give it a nice scent. I will now wipe down my stick blender to ensure that I get as much soap into the mold as I can. Using this very common Amazon mold, I will pour all my batter in a thin stream to avoid as many air bubbles as I can. I will now bounce my spatula across the top to get as much of the soap as I can evened out and into the corners. Using a mixture of gold mica and olive oil, I will sprinkle it across the top with a pipette. Using that same pipette, I will now go around swirling the circle so that every bar gets some. Using bubble wrap, I will now texture the top by pushing it down and leaving it there to harden. I gelled the soap and was able to unmold it and cut it after just 8 hours. The oat milk gave it a pleasant smell, and it will now sit for 4 to 6 weeks to fully harden. It's the final bar. Thanks for watching.